Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Joe Sim Racing. Today we're going to be talking about Automobilista2 version 1.0 revisited. After my last video, I ended up sitting in my sim racing rig. It's going to be a play seat challenge. On a side note, it's very difficult here to get a good racing rig. You got about 3 choices total, and they're gonna vary in quality based on what the stores believe they can sell. So you're not gonna get the really good quality high-end rigs down here unless you order it, and then you're gonna pay a ton of money in shipping costs. But that's just a side note. Let's see. As far as the topic at hand, like I said, I ended up sitting in that racing rig for a few minutes thinking about the last race that I had, and well, I was really just kind of disappointed at the end of it. I mean, I was happy and disappointed at the same time. They said I was really impressed with the AI. I liked the aggression. I liked the way they were slamming the doors on me. As far as taking the lanes from them and going into corners. Usually they would drive really timid, but really very consistent. Didn't make any mistakes really. Other than slowing the pace extremely low as far as when turns came, driving safely. Now I started thinking, well, maybe if I turn the aggression up from 50 to 100, I was wondering if they would just drive over the top and just outright carnage when it suits. So I went and figured I would give like 1 or 2 laps, just see what happens. I ended up setting for 6 laps, just because that's what it was for the previous race. And what I found was the racing was so good that I ended up staying for the entire race just to see how it ended. It said previously, at least from 50%, the AI drivers drove hard up until the point when you would get ahead of them. And after that, they just completely seemed to forget about you, and they were just focusing on whatever car was behind them and defending against that car. Where I was killing myself just to try to catch up to these cars, just to catch up to the leaders, and try to find some opportunity to pass before we ran out of time. Once I got ahead, they just, it was like you just kicked into another gear, and you could just watch the distance growing between you, and it was a real letdown. So I mean, I sat there, thinking what to do. I decided, well, I'll go ahead and do the 100% just to screw around. And what I found was that the AI drivers didn't drive timid anymore. They were still pretty consistent. Actually, they were still really consistent. I think I only saw 1 error from the AI drivers the whole race that I didn't cause. And it was too far ahead of me to see what had happened. I know someone went off the track. But I mean, it took everything I had just to make up a couple of places. I forgot where I actually started off at, but I know I ended up getting to like 12th place or 11th place, and I just could not get past that. If I ended up driving so hard, I ended up putting my car into a wall and damaging it enough where I had really hard times making left-hand turns. Had I not done that, maybe I could have gotten 10th or 9th if things had gone my way, but I seriously kind of doubt that since I only had 6 laps and I had to work so hard to get there. The AI behavior used to be, well, I'm not going to say used to be, it depends where you have it. The AI behavior is really predictable, but when 100%, it seemed like it was going to be. I don't know if it's the case for sure, but I know at least with one of the cars, I don't remember which car it was because I didn't see the number. I was busy looking at his taillights, but it was a yellow car. Going into the corner, going into the last corner at least, I mean, I knew from previous races, and I knew from the 2 laps previous fighting with this AI that once we hit the last corner, as long as we were in the same position every time, if I cut across tight to the inside line, because I like to hook the rumble strips, keep me from sneaking in on the inside, that the AI was going to back off. It was going to go wide right, and if it couldn't take me on the outside, it was just going to back off altogether, and I'd have breathing room for at least 1 or 2 seconds, just to get myself back in position and get ready for the next turn. But for whatever reason, on the third lap, on the very last lap, I started thinking about Tom Cruise's Days of Thunder, and I was wondering if the AI might try something sneaky and actually, instead of going high like it usually does, it would go low on me. And then the second I thought it, that's exactly what happened. The AI went in low. I tried to cut him off. It didn't care. I mean, the AI driver had big balls. It was letting him hang, and it was going to push me out the way if it had to. So I mean, he ended up taking that spot from me at the very last lap in the very last corner. But you know, I mean, I wasn't mad. If it had been a human driver that got me like that, yeah, I probably would have been a little hot, you know. But I was impressed that actually happened. Now I'm not for sure that was like programmed for the AI to do that, or that's just how it happened to be. Maybe I went just a tad too far over to the outside to the right and left a bigger window than I thought. I haven't gone back over the footage exactly to see it, but at least that's the way it seemed when I played it, and I was extremely impressed. I decided to go ahead and post it up and let you guys take a look at it. Like I said, I'm not a great driver. I'm just decent, adequate. But I've been trying to get better. Like I said, I'm racing very early, and that's the reason I'm posting these videos. I'm trying to get input. I'm trying to get help, see what I can do to improve my skill level. But like I said, that's just my thoughts on it. I had to go back and face the possibility that I may have been wrong on my initial thoughts as far as AI. And I'm not saying that you folks should up the aggression level to 100 to get the same kind of feel I got. And I'm not saying that you should even have to, because you honestly shouldn't. But like I said, it was a hell of a race. I really enjoyed it, and I just wanted to share it. So thank you guys again. If you could, please click like and subscribe, and have a great day.